What's up, everybody? This is probably going to be my very first channel, my very first video on my second channel. Make sure to subscribe, man. We're also going to be doing some fire stuff in here, primarily live trades, because I've seen that usually people don't care about live trades on the main channel. So, you know, there we go. Let me quickly go into the daily time frame. Yeah, we are definitely bullish. I mean, it's a Monday. We're probably just going to continue the continuation from what we have last week going on. You see also that if you're familiar anything with NQ at all, or if you're just coming from the CFD space like me, I've noticed that on NQ, you know, you're leaving way more gaps and that sort of stuff compared to CFDs. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? It doesn't mean that, okay, the entire price theory that I've invented basically doesn't work, but it is just something to look out for, basically. So let's go into the 1 minute time frame. I mean, what we can spot, let me pull up the, no, actually, let me not have it right now in here. It's just annoying. So basically, I want to trade onto the upside because, well, yes, could be trading lower. There could be reasons for that, but I believe we're just going to be trading higher. Let me quickly pull up this shit. Hang on. The reason why it's more likely that we're going to be trading onto the upside is simply because we're having two highs in here that are relatively equally close to each other. Here we only have one low, and also if you're going to look at it from a different perspective, we are just trading higher. Like, what do you want? We are trading higher. So then there's basically two scenarios in here. We are pretty much just going to trade for internal liquidity, so all of these lows need to be taken out. Okay, so I'm gonna just call it internal liquidity rate. Has anybody ever counted or noticed how much I'm saying right? I'm saying that shit so often. No, actually, let me put it a little bit more simple, you know, like just rate. Okay, it's going to be a rate, and this needs to be taken out. Sometimes I'm also going to be taking a sort of a more aggressive entry if this candle is pretty bullish, and then from there on I could see an entry, but most of the times I'm not going to be doing this. If the candle is somewhere close in here and it's going to have like a pullback, you know, this doesn't have to happen within an entire candle. This doesn't have to happen in an entire candle. This can also just happen, you know, over time, and then so like this, and then we're having a pullback. Then I'm going to be taking advantage of that pullback and trading higher. This could be also a scenario, but primarily I am waiting out for all of these lows to be taken out because this is going to be our internal liquidity. So in the 15-minute time frame, I mean 5-minute time frame, we're having this FEG. This could be a point to bounce off from, trade lower into the rate, and then from there on we could be trading higher. I mean, it's also always just hard to say in that sense. Let me take a screenshot real quick for the group. So this is pretty much what I'm waiting for. Nothing special, nothing crazy, man. It's always just simple stuff. This could also be a potential scalp onto the downside or even to the upside. I mean, we're probably just going to trade into that FEG. And then, you know, from there on, I don't like predicting the second, third, fourth, and fifth move of the market. I really just want to know what's the next move, and that's it. So in that case, I would rather just want to look out for, you know, one of the extreme points that we can basically see. You know, the most extreme point would be we're just trading higher. Okay, a little pullback and then higher again. Or most extreme point, trading all the way lower into that liquidity rate, and then basically have our continuation to the original move, which is higher. These will be the two scenarios. Before that, I'm not really interested in taking a trade. And if you're also going to be seeing it this way, this is going to be an entire range. You see, we're just ranging around. Okay, so I'm gonna just say it like this: range high, range low. Okay, that's how you can see it. This is how I'm basically analyze the price action, because some people are going to be asking, okay, Start, you have told us, okay, we like to look out for the most extreme points, this and that. I mean, there's going to be nuances always. These nuances will only be explained in the one-on-one mentoring that I do in my private program. However, in this case, I can just simply tell you, it is very easy to tell because we have relative lows, or we have taken out that low, that's cool. We have the relative highs, we have the relative lows, and so that already becomes our range. It is not going to be this low, or it's not going to be this low, and it's also not going to be something on the 30-second charts that is looking like this somewhere. No, it has to be obvious, you see? So we've taken out the low, that's already a good sign. So the nearest possible low that we have would be this one, but it's quite far away. Okay, so, and then after that, this one comes, and then we have the most extreme point. So it doesn't really matter here too much. And from here, we'll just be waiting out our trade. Ideally, what I like to see is a little pullback onto the upside, heavily trading lower, taking out that low, and then from there on, the real move. This would be, you know, most ideal. This would be the most extreme type of good trade that I'm looking out for. But, you know, you can't have everything every single time. Let me watch a daily. Don't let you also get scared out about these kinds of moves. Don't believe that, okay, nah, man, we're just going to trade onto the downside. Watch the higher time frames. I'm telling you this, guys. The higher time frame biases, not even all of this, it's all of that. Okay, whether or not that is going to happen now is a different question, but that is definitely going to be the long term. Let me put this in full screen. So we're just going to be waiting this out. I need to see either a very good momentum onto the upside, or yeah, we're just going to be seeing we're still trading lower. That's cool. We've also taken out, wait, have we taken it out now? Yes, we did. Okay, we have also taken out that low. Perfect. From this point on, this could be something very good for us, man. And we are also leaving this entire 5 FVG. I like to see that. Many futures traders, I see the mistake every single time. Even before I was basically expanding my portfolio and also trading futures, I've seen millions of traders doing this over and over again. They just believe, okay, we have that 5-minute FVG, we have it unfilled, so this must be like a confirmation point that we're just going to trade lower. No, man, that's the complete opposite. That is a confirmation point that we're going to be trading higher, at least in that case. Okay, it's always going to be a little bit different for you. We're just going to call that M, liquidity. So for major liquidity, pretty easy stuff, to be honest. So what am I looking out for in the entry? We need to see this kind of candle. Oh, we're forming it right now. This could be potential entry for us to take. Okay, this is something that I like. I'm going to be waiting this out though. Not going to be taking it immediately. Okay, yeah, exactly. We're going to be going with a market order. No point in anything else, to be honest. No, I'm not going to be entering. So I was about to enter, but it has to be like more bullish. Right, I don't like this entire candle, is on some BS. But what I do like to do, look out for, is go on, let's just say the 2-minute, the 3-minute, because sometimes you're going to be missing the moves. Because on the 1 minute, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles onto the upside, and they're just like too small to basically count them as one big candle. But if you're then going to go onto the 2-minute or 3-minute, then this is basically just going to be a big candle, and well, you have basically missed out on the trade then. So we're still going to be waiting this out. We just need to see like a good candle onto the upside. I mean, all that we have pretty much done so far is trade all the way into that FEG. Probably continue lower. I mean, I wouldn't even say probably. Whatever we do after that doesn't really matter. Like, I can't really tell. We're just going to be waiting out for a confirmation. And you know, the most funny thing is going to be always that dun, dun, dun. Where is it? So that's pretty much what we're rolling with, man. Okay, we're starting to see some volume. This could be good. Ideally, I wanted to push even higher. Like, I'm not even concerned about all of this. Even higher. Okay, we're going to be taking an entry. Let's get it a little bit lower if we can. Yeah, from here, we're going to be taking a trade. There we go. Man, I already know this is going to take profit. I don't need a fucking stop loss, man. I just know, man. I just know that this is going to work out, okay? You know, I know that this is going to seem to you, what about, you know, why are you doing this? Well, there's just some kind of setups I've seen over thousands of backtesting hours, right? Now, of course, like, I'm fairly new in the CFD space in that sense, okay? So not everything is going to be the same, but after so much time, I just know when something is going to work out, and this is one of those cases, okay? So just watch me being super confident and basically hitting a take profit on this one. It's almost guaranteed. No financial advice as usual though. Okay, I have to tell you this. Like, not that somebody is going to get onto the idea, man, this is an official financial advisor. No, I am not an official financial advisor. I am just star trading. Okay, let's put it at this. I am very good at getting prompt from payouts. See, I told you about the sound. What's we're going to get above this high? Above this one, I'm willing to put the stop at break even, right? This will be a pretty good point. So I'm even going to set up an alert. Let me put it like so. There we go. Guys, this is the most hardest job in the world. Look, I am playing fucking Clash of Clans on my smartphone while I'm doing this shit. I mean, the entire analysis take barely 10 minutes and I'm just waiting out, man. the hardest job in this world. I can already tell you this. Because you're basically just not even looking at the screen at this point. You're not even looking at the thing that you're basically working on. It's just hilarious. It is the most hilarious way on how to make money, to be honest. I've also seen millions of people saying it's the hardest way to make easy money. Yes, it is. But no, it isn't at the same time. Because you have to look at it this way. All the time that you invest in it, yes, that can be kind of hard. Depending on if you have the right guidance, if you have basically found the right information to look into, well then that's a different story. Then it's not as hard. Because now you're not just blindly trading, but you're actually looking into something proven that has been getting results. Verified results. Not just, willy-nilly, I've made this amount of money, this and that. No, like proven actual results. Okay? I've been working like I never had a job. Yo, man, stop that shit. Stop it. Don't do BS on us. Don't do BS. What it's basically doing right now is, creating even more liquidity for us to then trade higher. Once again, I'm not going to be putting up a stop loss. I already know that's going to be working out. And just the biggest lesson that I've learned over the past 6 years that I've been trading, whether it's CFDs, whether it's futures, it doesn't matter. The psychology aspects are the same. You're either going to be closing out a trade early, you're either going to be staying too long in a trade, whatever it's going to be, right? The psychology applies the same to both. I have learned that just basically not caring about the outcome, so basically being outcome independent. If it's a loss, it's a loss. If it's a win, it's a win. So you basically don't care about neither. Now, but here's the big difference between somebody who is just going to tell you this advice, but also live this advice. We humans are not robots. Okay, so which also means that probably, even if you're winning, even if you're the best day trader in the world, you're still going to be having basically in your mind, oh, I've just lost a trade. Oh, I've just won a trade. You're going to be happy about a win and you're going to be sad about a loss. There's nothing wrong with that per se, right? You can be happy and sad about it. The question is if you're reacting based off those emotions. So then when a lot of people are saying, you need to be a robot, I don't believe that you have to be a robot. You as a human are not made to be a robot, okay? So trading goes against everything that you as a human being are in that sense. But it doesn't mean that you have to accept it. So my advice is don't be a robot, but accept your emotions. Accept that you're happy, accept that you're sad, but just don't react based off your emotions. That's basically the entire point. Okay, so pretty much had a little bit of a retracement now. Yes, we have traded low. We have not gone initially for the entire RH, if you want to call it like that, but now is a good point. So what I actually see, I don't see this to just trade onto the upside. I see this consolidating a little bit, or maybe having a small pullback into that entire FVG, BPR, whatever you want to call it at the end of the day, and then trade higher. That's basically what I believe is going to happen. I 100% forgot to set up the entire position. So the position tool, we're just going to put the stop loss in here for now, and let's just put it in here. That's fine to take for now, and then later on I'll just be adjusting it. This is basically exactly what you want to see. See, we've traded into that FVG just a little bit, and now we're just going to be expecting the price higher. It is such a classic. Oh my god, dude. Sometimes I'm looking at the charts and I don't understand how people are missing these simple kind of things. Like before this entire candle that we currently have has traded onto the upside, a little bit more heavily. I already knew this candle is going to trade heavily, or at least significantly onto the upside, and we're just going to be continuing the movement from here on. Okay, at the very max we're going to be consolidating a little bit, but this now has become an even better setup than it initially has started as. Okay, so even if we're just going to be consolidating, this right now has even become a greater setup. Yo, I didn't even notice. We have to readjust our entire alarm. Yo. Okay. Chill out. Okay. Got you. Damn it, man. Okay, once we get in here, I'm just going to be closing the position. I just sometimes personally just like to go or keep a more manual in that sense. So now we can extend our entire TP all the way in here, perhaps even to a relative equal highs that I've marked out previously. Yeah, let's just put it in here and let's just let it roll. Okay, so what do you have? Pretty much the stop loss, we're going to be getting out at break even in case the trade runs lower. From this point on, what I would like to see is at max, we're going to be seeing consolidation. I don't really see a point getting below this low. Once we're going to get below this low, I'm probably even going to be closing it out in here. And at the very, very maximum, I'm going to be closing out in here if we're going to get there. From here, what I just like to see is a little bit of consolidation, one more fake out move, and then just on to the upside. Or of course, you know, just preferably trading higher as it is. That's also fine by me. Man, don't take us out at a break even. We'll trade it lower with it the alarm. Okay, once we're trading below this candle low, that's a break even trade for sure. I'm even going to be putting my mouse right at the close position button, man. This is going to trade higher, man. That's going to be really good. I mean, I've told you, you know, this is, although it might not be a win, this is most definitely also not going to be a loss. Because I knew movement is going to come after all of that. So, you know, they basically go, nah, I'm telling you, if this gets lower, then my ass is just going to close at a break even. We are not going to be missing out. We are not going to be messing with this. And we're going to be making an update with the group, of course, as usual. Ooh, we are just trading higher, man. Let me check this out, only 5 minutes real quick. Like, we're trading towards that FEG. We could expect a little bit of pullback movement lower, but I don't think so. The move is just simply higher with these highs, so let's just stay in. But perhaps I'm going to be looking out for a closure anywhere in this FEG. This will be some logical, or if I just see ass movement starting to come, well, then that's also a reason for me to just close early. So let's just see. You know, I'm hungry. This job is way too hard. You see, we're just for a couple of minutes in year end, so that's why I just want to get over this. Let's go into the 2 minute. This exact setup, I've used it so many times that at this point it is just annoying doing it and requesting the payouts every single time. Okay, to be honest, I think that's okay. We're having rejection. I'm closing the position. There we go, man. That's an easy day. We have made 700 bucks. What do you want more, man? Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me from the future. I forgot to actually journal the entire trade, so we're going to be doing that real quick. So let's log into TradePlans, the best trading journal that has ever been created. Okay, so this was on NQ. Yo, and this is just such a basic phenomenon. This is the same shit that happens every single time. You will never see something like this on Forex, usually at least. So let's just go into the 1 minute time frame, journal the trade, add trade. There we go. We're going to be journaling it to Star Beyond the Sky. This is my regular journal. So this is going to be the entry price. This was NQ, correct. Then we're going to be having the entire take profit. This is going to be the stop loss. Here, there we go. Contract size was 1. Okay. We were sharp. This was actually an excellent setup. I'm not gonna lie. This was pretty good. Okay, we're having our extreme points. We're having the extreme low, the extreme high. Basically everything that we'd like to look out for. No Wednesday. This was just a test that I have done for the review. This is nothing to take serious. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This was the TP we've taken along. And that's just pretty much how we have journaled the trade. So guys, if you want to do this yourself, and not only have, you know, a sort of Discord community, this and that, we have proven results with a lot of different students making a lot of money. They DM me on a day-to-day basis showing me how grateful they are when they are getting these payouts. The one on the right is going to be a one-on-one mentorship. Okay, this is not going to be your silly willy Discord community server. Yes, we are also having a Discord community in that sense. It's a private group. We're sharing setups in there. But this is more than that. I'll guide you through your first payout and also until you're making the money back. Before you have not done these two things, I am not letting you out of my mentorship. I will make sure that you're going to get there, and only from that point on, you can still basically stay in the entire mentorship. I'm still accessible for you 24/7, but from there on, most likely you just want to trade on your own. You don't even need me at this point anymore.